Hello everybody and welcome to another video. With Halloween right around the corner, this video idea actually came to me. I wanted to do the psychology of Halloween and why we like things that scare us. So in this video, I'm going to get into why some people like scary things and why others don't. And also for those people that do really like horror movies, haunted houses, and everything else that is Halloween, we're going to be getting into why those people like being scared. And again, I do ask that if you enjoy this video, please like, comment, share, or subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future. That really helps me along the way, so I thank you in advance. And I think without further ado, we can get started into learning about what makes spooky things that much more entertaining. I'm sure you've noticed that maybe you are the one out of your friends that really loves going to things like Halloween Haunt at Canada's Wonderland or other haunted house themed adventures. And some of your other friends would rather stay home and watch a rom-com or, Halloween Town or something like that to get into the mood of Halloween. And this really comes down to differences in personality and differences in temperament. There's something we talk about in psychology called the Big 5 of the personality traits. And this includes personality traits such as extroversion, openness, agreeableness, conscientiousness, and neuroticism. And you can either score high or low on these personality traits, and you can kind of envision the whole personality of a person based on these 5 traits. People who score high on extroversion, openness, agreeableness, and conscientiousness actually end up really enjoying thrill-seeking activities. And so this can include things like going to a horror movie or going to a haunted house, and it usually comes down to they really love that rush of adrenaline. There's also a difference that research has pointed to in the number of autoreceptors in someone's brain. Now, autoreceptors are something that mitigate or control the amount of dopamine released in the brain. People that have fewer autoreceptors have less control over how much dopamine is released. Therefore, more of it is. And so the people with fewer autoreceptors are seen to enjoy scary things because it seems that they are releasing more dopamine than the people that have more autoreceptors. This perfectly leads me into why people who like scary things like them. The basis is that it comes down to neurotransmitter release. When we perceive a threat, but are able to know that we are safe. So think of when you're watching a scary movie, there isn't actually a threat in your environment. However, our brain does trigger our fight or flight reaction, which makes us very alert and very aware of our surroundings. Along with this heightened sense of awareness, our brains tend to release dopamine, epinephrine, or what is most commonly known as adrenaline, and various endorphins, which creates a sense of euphoria once we realize that there isn't a real threat. So it is really the relief of finding out you're actually safe that really makes being scared in a safe environment very fun and almost addicting to some people. Another reason that we might like scary things is very similar to why we like any entertainment at all. It really allows us to experience new things from a very safe place. And it is a perfect prime for escapism. Watching a scary movie, for example, allows us to escape our reality, forget about our real threats and our anxieties and everything that's going on in our life, and try something else out in a very, very safe, neutral, but still new environment. Scary movies also allow us to really feel our feelings in a very primal way because we are so engrossed in a film or in an experience of a haunted house. We allow ourselves to feel our heart beat a little bit faster, our breathing get a little bit shallower. It allows us to really feel human. Another reason why we might enjoy being scared is that it can actually boost our self-esteem. And so think of when you were a kid and how proud you would be that you got to stay up and maybe watch a more adult movie with your parents. We often feel proud of ourselves when we do something we know was going to be challenging or hard. And so that can be going to the theaters and watching that newest scary movie and being able to say that you sat through it. It's an easy way to boost your ego with very little to lose, if anything, but much to gain. The final reason why people might like being scared actually is a very funny one, but it's one I learned in university, and it's that it might strengthen our relationships. And so you might have heard that the best first date is to go to a scary movie with your partner. When you think of the two physical reactions to falling in love, being nervous on a first date, and being scared in a horror movie, for example, they're actually very similar. And so in both cases, you're going to maybe get sweatier palms, or your heart might beat a little faster, and you're going to feel on edge. And what research points to is that most people attribute these physical sensations as being signs that you're on the right date, that they are the right one because of all these physical signs that you're feeling, when really it's probably because you're a little scared watching this movie. And so most people will actually walk out of that first date after watching a scary movie thinking that their connection is a lot stronger than when they went into the movie. So this is a funny example of classical conditioning or positive associations, a really great way to boost your relationship a little bit and really feel more connected to the person you are trying to be in a relationship with, or trying to spark up an older relationship. And so yes, through positive associations of walking out of a scary movie feeling all of these positive connections with another human, people might then end up liking scary movies a lot more than if they didn't go with a partner for their first date. So yes, that actually wraps up my psychology of Halloween video. I hope you found it entertaining and interesting, and maybe you learned something new, which is always one of the reasons for watching these types of videos. I'm hoping to do a psychology of for all of the upcoming holidays, and if you can think of any psychological principles you would like to have explained to you when it comes to Christmas, which is a couple months away here, let me know in the comments below, and I can maybe make a video about that specifically for your idea. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween, whatever that means for you, whether or not it's watching a scary movie, going to a haunted house, or just dressing up with friends and having a relaxed evening in. This Halloween might be a little bit different than the other ones we have experienced, but I believe that we can still make the best out of it and really enjoy what there is still left to be enjoyed. So go out there and stay safe and have a happy Halloween.